Hello, I'm Gary Isaacs. Welcome to my show, The Integrity Trip. You know, it's been said that all is fair in love and war. I'm sure you're familiar with that phrase. Two legs could be added to that phrase. All is fair in business and politics. In the corporate world, a world where employees will compromise moral principles in order for them to protect their jobs and qualify for a promotion and perhaps a raise, they'll compromise. It becomes a factor. In politics, some public servants and their loyal employees are paid money by corporations and the super rich to lie. An incentive to achieve more power and make more money plays a prominent role in that decision. This is clear in today's mainstream media. It's human nature. The natural man becomes an enemy to that God who made it possible for him to be in this world and gave him the freedom to choose for himself. The corporate world naturally evolves into the philosophy that all is fair in love, war, and also in business and politics. Lying and deception becomes, in the minds of the natural men, a necessary evil in order to protect their jobs. After all, incomes are necessary to sustain families and pay the bills. Such loyal followers will tell their customers whatever it takes to sell their products, even if it is not exactly true. They'll lie a little when necessary, thinking the end will justify the means. They're protecting their jobs and their paychecks. When large corporations buy favor and combine efforts with government, it's a form of fascism, but that's a topic for another show. I get it, but no effort based on lies and deception can possibly last forever. It will inevitably implode at some point because its foundation is not based on truth. Yet it tends to become the norm in this temporal society. The attitude of some loyal employees, unless they're willing to compromise their principles to climb the corporate ladder, becomes, just get me through this career with enough money to support me, my family, and my retirement, and I'll be okay. I'll follow the rules and not concern myself with company integrity issues. I understand that kind of compromising. It is seemingly necessary for survival in this compromised and competitive world. I just never had the aptitude for it, and I never liked it. In my show, The Integrity Trip, in the words of Vince Lombardi to the Green Bay Packer team, we will constantly strive for perfection, knowing that we can never achieve it, but by pursuing it, we will achieve excellence. I will follow that track on this show, constantly on an integrity trip toward perfection. We can do that by being better informed and better equipped to improve ourselves. I hope to be of assistance for you with my comments. Look around today, and all we can see is war and conflict. Nation against nation, multiple nations against multiple nations, political parties divided against one another, and individuals in opposition with one another over lifestyles, race, color, cultures, or religion. What's going on? Can it be explained? There has to be a reason why it's happening, so much more than it has before. I think the reason for such confusion is compromise. Some people would rather be subjects to a tyrannical government than to take responsibility for themselves. To rationalize that lying is worth the price and acceptance in association, society, or on the job creates a compromise in the battle between good and evil. It's easy to buy into a little evil when it seems to temporarily work in one's favor. The problem is that as soon as any person makes the decision to lie a little, he or she sets foot on a slippery slope that cannot end on solid ground. Simple reasoning shouts that it is impossible. We have to live in this world of compromise in order to survive. I'll be constantly looking for and building on principles and trends to improve this world for me, my friends, and their families, and for the rest of the honest citizens of this treacherous society. You won't find me arguing on this show. I'll be voting like every other citizen, but I won't be arguing with anybody about anything. I think it's counterproductive. I want to improve the world and help my listeners to be more secure and less fearful about the future. And I believe that being well informed provides more peace and more confidence for anybody who is listening to my comments. Let's constantly seek the truth together. The truth can make us free. I'm Gary Isaacs. Thanks for being with me today. Stay tuned with more to come. And follow me on this channel and on my website, consumersbitcoin.com. Tune in again on this channel, Thursdays and Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. for my best and latest news and comments on how the world is changing in our favor. Join me on the website consumersbitcoin.com and enter the conversation with others like us who look forward for a better future. In the meantime, keep building your integrity and sleep peacefully tonight, knowing that your savings are in your own custody.